Our 2004 we were founded, and what our job was to provide fixed wireless service to the folks that needed it the most. And we provided fixed wireless internet service to folks in Arizona City, Casa Grande, Eloy, all the way out to Buckeye to Apache Junction when Cox and CenturyLink refused to go out that way. So over time, the demand for fiber became more and more prevalent in Pinal County. So we fibered up Arizona City and Florence. Those were some of the first big fiber projects we did. Airebeam in 2021 was purchased by Boston Omaha. Boston Omaha is a publicly traded company. They're a small cap, and they took over Airebeam. And then shortly after that, they recruited me to come be the new CEO of Airebeam, and they asked me to grow Airebeam. Well, one of my passions with Airebeam and just overall has been the mobile home parks. And you know, my dad lived in Prescott, the mobile home park, and he always had the worst internet possible. So one of our big initiatives once I got on board was to provide fiber internet to as many mobile home parks as I could find that needed it, right? So I went out and did some nationwide deals with, I don't know if you guys know Equity Lifestyle, and then Cobblestone, who owns this park. And the management at Cobblestone has been awesome to work with. And I don't laugh, but from our perspective, they've been awesome. So maybe not as a residential, no. But from our perspective, it's been wonderful. The partnership's been great. And the management team here at Cobblestone has been at Desertscape has been incredible. Your park manager and everyone here has been amazing for us and our teams. And I really want to thank everyone who works here at Desertscape. They've done an amazing job working with us. So we are super appreciative, and they made us feel like we lived here. And it's been awesome, the welcoming they had to our construction team and everyone that's going to work in here. So what they asked was, we have many parks that have huge internet needs, and we'd like to upgrade the parks. So they have 75 parks, and you were identified as the third park on their list that needed it the most. So we had done a couple parks in Apache Junction, Superstition Sunrise, and Rock Shadows. And then this is the third park for Cobblestone. So we're super excited to be here. We're bringing fiber internet to your park. And what does fiber internet mean to you? Well, right now you guys currently have DSL from CenturyLink, and a few of you may have some Java fixed wireless internet, or a T-Mobile plan when it's not oversubscribed, stuff like that. So fiber is the best of the best internet. It's the most reliable. The speeds are enormous to what you're currently getting. So for an example, your DSL or your Java internet gets you somewhere in that, probably, if I was guessing, if we did a speed test, somewhere in that 30, 40, 50 meg area. My lowest plan on fiber is 500 megs. So if we go up to a gig, depending on the needs and whatever your preference is on plans. Another thing that I think the biggest difference from a company standpoint, from Airebeam, from your T-Mobile to your Java to your CenturyLink DSL, is the customer service and how we do business. We are not a Cox Communications or CenturyLink. We have tens of thousands of customers. We don't have millions. Every single one of you count and means something to me. I mean, I'm the CEO and I'm out here talking to you folks. I have the director of construction here, Darren over there, and we have our teams here, and we plan on being here for the next 20, 30, 40 years. And we treat our customers differently. All of our customer service center is based in Arizona and Utah. We don't outsource it overseas. We're 24/7. If you need something, we are always here for you. It's a different level of service than you are currently getting with your current provider. So you add that with the speed factor, which what you currently have is, I guess the best way I always try to analogize it as, my favorite restaurant is Texas Roadhouse. So it'd be going in and ordering, like, say, a roadkill versus getting a juicy ribeye. So that's kind of the difference between what you're currently getting versus what our fiber internet brings as far as that goes.
Can everybody just turn off their phones, please?
Yeah, it's a courtesy, okay?
So, kind of the plans, I'm sure what you guys are wanting to know is, what does all this cost, right? So, some of the things that we've done is we've tried to make the plans as affordable as possible. So, we have 3 plans. One price point is at $55, one's at $70, and one's at $85. We also have a lot of promotions for folks that live here full time. How many of the folks in this room live here full time? Oh, okay, so majority, excellent. So we have different plans here. So for instance, if you sign up with our gig plan, which is the $85 plan, and that's probably your best bang for your buck, you get your first 3 months for free, which is a nice promo. If you sign up for this, the 750 meg plan, you get 2 months free. If you sign up for the 500 meg plan, you get 1 month free. The other cool thing about us is we charge no taxes. We include that into the price. And if you live here full time, we don't charge our park fee. There's a $4 park fee for, if we call it our infrastructure fee. We don't charge it for anyone that lives here full time. It's only for the people that come and go. For the folks that do come and go, we have a vacation hold model. So let's say you live here 6 months of the year, which I'm sure some folks do. I know it's enjoyable, this desert heat, because some people like to leave. So for those folks, when they do leave, they get a program called Vacation Hold. They can put their internet on, we call it Vacation Hold mode, where we drop the speeds down to 20 megs, so they can still run enough internet to their cameras, security, anything they have working inside the home, but the price goes down to $10 a month when they're gone, versus the other price points. So if you are a traveler and you live here, 6-7 months of the year and use the other one, you can put your plan on Vacation Hold. So that's a great plan for those folks. We also have another cool offering. So for folks that sign up, and you get signed up, and then let's say you have neighbors that you want to help sign up, or you want to say, hey, you should get this with me. We have a customer referral program. So anyone that refers someone, like starting next month, you get a $50 credit towards your bill. I have a guy at Viewpoint in Mesa. He has internet free for the next 2 years. He's signed up so many people on the park. So I don't know if anyone's that ambitious, but if you are, that program is out there for you as well. We also include a free router with all of our programs. So let's say you chose let's just use the middle plan. It's kind of a great bang for your buck plan. The 750 meg plan. It's $70, okay, routers included, all taxes and fees are included. So on that plan there, you get the router, there's no installation, and you get 2 months for free. So the cool thing about that is you get this router, and you don't need your current router modem. You don't have to worry about it anymore. If anything ever goes wrong with it, we have to come out and replace it for free forever. So that's a nice bonus. The other thing, we encourage you to use our router. That's why we include it for free. The router cost me $150. I don't love just giving away a router, but what I've noticed is if I can control the most routers in the park, I can control the latency. I also can control the frequency and the Wi-Fi. What happens is when all you guys have different routers, you all put different frequencies on your routers. And that gives different people different experiences with their Wi-Fi. And that's why a lot of folks in this park have bad Wi-Fi around their own park models. The units are so close, there's so many devices, and there's so many different frequencies. With us having our own router, we can lower the frequency or up the frequency as needed, and that gives us a better chance of giving you a better Wi-Fi experience. So please, I implore you, use our free router and sell your current router. You can put it on eBay. The other thing I think we do a really good job of is our installation. We take a lot of pride in installing. We will go underground and come up. That gray box right there that Kiara here will display is called an OLT. And we put our ONT, the optical network terminal, inside that box. That box gets mounted onto the home. And then we bring we'll bring the actual fiber into your home through that. Okay? So that's how the process works. I'll have Darren or Josh, probably Darren is a much calmer speaker than Josh. I'll have Darren come over here and kind of explain the construction process in more detail and how we do that. Darren?
Maybe I need to give Josh more opportunity.
Well, I don't want to do it with this crowd. They look nice. So this is Darren. He's been here on site with Josh doing a lot of the construction.
So full disclosure, Josh has mostly been here on site. So you've probably seen him around more than you have me. So first of all, Ben explained it very, very well for you guys. But I just, from Josh's point of view, and you've seen Marcus here also. Marcus is actually out in the field right now. He drives around in a white pickup truck out there. Just from them and from me to you, a big thank you for your kindness and for your graciousness. Because we know construction is messy and it's dirty, right? Nobody likes it. I don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, like our intro, thank you for the intro. We're tearing up your roads and we're spewing water all over the place, right? But you guys, for the most part, everybody's been very kind to us. And that just helps the process go along a lot faster. There's going to be hiccups. Construction, we're opening up the ground. We don't always know what's underneath the ground. The plans that came from when was this park built? The 70s? 60s. Yeah, 60s. So, you know, they're not the most accurate. And so occasionally we're going to hit a bump in the road, right?
There was definitely plans when they started, they just didn't follow them, that's all I had to say.
That's true, we have found that. And I think most of them are drawn in with a pencil. So, but anyway, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your kindness and your graciousness towards us and your patience. So thank you for that. As far as like the construction process, they're called flower pots. And basically those are flush from each. There should be one of those between each of your units. And we'll come from those with a 3/4 inch conduit to wherever you determine is the best place on your home. And we will put one of these boxes that they held up here. That'll go on the side. That's called a FET. And that's just an acronym for Fiber Entrance Terminal. Gives us a place to enter your home with the fiber optics. Now, fiber optics will go all the way into your home, where it will go to what's called the ONT. ONT is the gray box, the darker gray box there. And that's what converts the light from the fiber optics to copper. And we'll put a Cat 6, which is gigabit speed capacity, to the wireless router from there. So you'll have those two devices in your home. Okay? So one's gonna convert the light, the other one's gonna send out the Wi-Fi signal. It's pretty simple, it's pretty basic, it's really clean. It just has to be relatively close to a power outlet.
Don't put it in your closet in your bedroom.
You could.
You could.
And the only thing that I'm sure most of you know that attenuates Wi-Fi signal is metal. Okay? So I don't know how many have maybe Arizona rooms, we call them around here. Some of you might. So if we put the wireless router inside and we have a TV out on our Arizona room, we may need to put something to bridge that signal to boost it up. Just basically a booster.
Yeah.
But other than that,
if you have two TVs in the house, like one in a bedroom and then one in the living room, you just need one box and one.
yeah, just one, as long as it runs off of Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
One box will cover. I mean, these are supposed to, they're rated to up to 1,700 square feet. And so we found that 1,500, 1,200, they work really, really well.
I have an interesting question. Okay, so with your internet, you get channel 15, 12.
So it's strictly internet. We don't do any TV hosting at all. So if you're gonna stream, there's a lot of opportunity and options to go and sign up for streaming. You can stream through our service anything. What do you use, Ben? YouTube?
So what our internet does is it allows you to actually stream and not have the buffering.
Yes.
I'm sure some of you try Netflix now or Amazon Prime to watch football or whatever, and there's really bad buffering. It's because the internet's bad.
Right, but I have all that. I'm the regular channel like ABC, CBS.
Yeah.
I don't have those channels.
He doesn't do, he only does internet,
Yeah, this is just internet.
not TV.
So you can do a Sling TV. You can. There's a lot of other options for free TV streaming. So I think the gentleman in the blue shirt had a question. Then I'll just kind of circle back.
Okay, on your router, can I put an external antenna to boost the signal longer distance?
An external antenna.
Yes.
You won't need it with our service. You won't need an external antenna.
No, but for example, that if I go down 4 houses away, do I end up weakening my signal? How far it goes? Can I put?
Oh, that's why Ben was mentioning if you put our router in,
Yeah.
then we can make
For
it
example,
stronger
that
or lower.
from our mobile, about how many houses apart?
Oh, we're
How
not.
does it goes?
Yeah, you're gonna have to get it directly into your house.
No, understand the signal.
Yeah, it's not gonna go that far.
Not that far.
No, it's not gonna go down 4 houses. So I think he's asking if he can share his Wi-Fi.
On the Wi-Fi. I can smell from here.
No. That's why we put those routers in, so that because signals are gonna overlap and you're gonna have a miserable experience. That's why if we can up it and lower it, it'll help you to have a better experience with the internet.
You mentioned the magic word buffering.
Buffer, yeah.
So,
Yes.
right here, the 500 Mbps, that's CenturyLink.
Uh-huh.
I think, isn't it like 80 to 120?
Two DSLs make 100.
Yeah, if you have bonded DSL, you may be able to get up there.
So, I do have buffering, I think it's annoying, it's not that bad, but it's annoying.
Yeah, with ours you'll have 0 buffering,
Okay, that's, now,
and it's symmetrical, so it's 500 up and 500 down.
I'm talking about the 500 Mbps, you really don't need higher than that, right?
It depends what you're trying to do.
Well, we just talked about, streaming.
How many devices? If you're just streaming 500 is probably gonna be sufficient.
I mean, we say how many devices, are you saying if you got 5 or 6?
Like in some units, they have up to, I've seen in some of these parks, 20, 25 devices. Phones, TVs, cameras, thermostat, iPads, watches, things like that. And even if you're not using it, they're consuming bandwidth, doing updates, things like that. And so that's why I asked how many
So
devices.
if you got a phone, a TV, and a laptop.
Yeah, 500 is sufficient for you. Yeah. I keep skipping over somebody here that's raising.
The lady was wondering if the age of the computer makes any difference.
It does. The age of the computer, I mean, the technology changes every 30 seconds, right? And so it will.
How old is your computer?
It's ancient, at least 10 years old.
At least 10 years old.
I mean, because you can have the speed there from the internet, but if your computer can't keep up with it, if it's 10 years old, yeah, it won't be able to keep up with it.
It's not actually the computer, it's the RAM.
So, yeah, whatever,
It
yeah.
doesn't keep up with too much nowadays.
So is this a permanent price, like price for life, or is it gonna go
We get
up?
it quiet in your
Exactly, that's the question.
So pricing. I'm gonna turn this back over.
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, is it a price for life, or is it gonna go up all the time?
Yeah, so great question. Is it a price for life or is it gonna go up? So it's not a price for life, but I've been the CEO for 3 years. I have not given a price increase in my 3 years as CEO. My goal is not to give price increases. My goal is, like any other person in business, right? I'm in this park here for looking at it as an investment. I'm gonna lose money for 6-7 years, and then I start making money about year 6 or 7. So I'm in it for the long haul. But my goal is that I get a certain amount of people will sign up for the 500 meg package, a certain amount of people sign up for the 700 meg or 750 package, and a certain amount of people sign up for the gig. As long as I keep a good mixture there, I'll never have to increase the price. So I look at it as a group. Everyone's going to have different economic desires and needs, right? So then, as long as I get a good spread there, my goal is never to increase the price. So, yes, sir.
Question about the pricing, okay? Let's be honest, okay? Java, we only pay $30 less a month right now. This is a big jump for us.
Yeah.
So you have to remember, this is a senior place. We are on Social Security, just suddenly we got stuff like that. Can you guys do better than that? That's great. Can you guys do better?
So, great question. You know, I know Java used to charge a lot more. Whenever fiber comes in, they lower the price. So they were charging a lot more in this park.
No, not really. Really, right now, to be honest with you, only pay $27 a month.
So I mean, and that's fine. If you know, it's fiber internet.
That's a question for the management side. Do we still have the Java over here? Will be cut off completely?
No, I think Java will still be in the park as long as.
You're gonna be here, right?
Yeah, Java will still be
You have
here.
a choice then.
Yeah, you have a choice.
Okay,
You don't
good.
have to. If you want the Java level service for that price point, that's fine. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes.
I got 3 questions. Uptime.
Uptime.
You already got 100% on them?
Yeah, we're 99.999. The only time we would go down is if there was a fiber cut, which does happen. There will be. I can't say it'll never be a fiber cut, or if a core server went down, but very, very random.
Okay, and then your Better Business Bureau rating, I got one more after this. Better Business Bureau rating, what's your rating?
You know, Better Business Bureau, we used to have 5-star. I don't know what it is
It's
anymore.
A+.
Oh, is it?
When is it gonna be active? The big question that we all care about.
Yeah, so yeah, great question. When's it gonna be active? So we'll be done with construction here in the next 10 days. So after that, we're waiting for connectivity to get back to our switch in Phoenix. I'm very cautious when I give dates. I'm err on the side of caution. I'm gonna say the first week of August. First week of August is when I can get everyone turned up.
It's just an estimate.
Yeah, it is an
we're not gonna sue
estimate.
you.
I feel pretty good about the first week of August, but I am dependent on a third party bringing in my connectivity. They've told me it would be here at the end of July. So they said between July 15th and July 30th. So that's why I'm saying first week of August to give me a little bit of leeway. So, yes, sir.
Where does the Wi-Fi signal come from? I mean, are we getting the same thing over your fiber optics that the people in Phoenix are getting over their fiber optics?
Actually, no, you're getting better. Our fiber internet in this community, you're gonna get the very best Wi-Fi we can provide at any park, especially because this park's kind of cool because it's not a huge park.
Yeah.
And it's 450 spots. So I think we'll be able to control the Wi-Fi really good. And I suspect, we'll get a large demand. It seems like we've already gotten quite a few people have already signed up, and I haven't even been out here to talk to anyone yet. So I think that because of the demand, we're gonna get a large take, and the more folks that we get using our router, your Wi-Fi experience is gonna get much better. So, I mean, it's a really good service. And I know there's a price concern, but I mean, what you get for the extra $20 is incredible.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and another question, with this price, do we have a contract or no contract? Can we cancel anytime we want it?
No. And there's a contract, sir. It's a 1-year contract.
1 year contract?
Yeah, it's a 1-year
I
contract.
can't test drive first and then test it for 1 month.
No, you can't test drive.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a little bit of trust. I trusted you that we're gonna get a lot of people signed up, so you have to trust me that it's gonna be really good. Yes, ma'am.
I found that the Better Business Bureau page, you have an A+ rating.
Oh, that's good. Okay, good. That's good to know. I didn't know. Oh, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So before we had any of these handed out, I was overly anxious and I made a phone call. And they quoted me a little bit higher prices, so are we getting a
Yeah.
special price for the park?
You are. The park, I discounted the park.
Okay.
So I did discount the park, and I wanted to make it really as affordable as I could. So I gave lower pricing at this park and
And the promotions?
and the promotions. So also remember, not only are you getting a lower price, so for anyone that signs up that lives here full time, you're getting either 1, 2, or 3 months for free. So when you add that into your price point, it really drops. You do the math on it.
So when I made a phone call, and this is kind of to let everybody know, on our Facebook, a lot of people were making comments saying, oh, it's higher than theirs, they have this service, that service. I went on to all the services, and it's true that a lot of people may be paying less, but I also learned that they're getting 300 versus 500, so they're not getting as fast a speed, And I also kind of tested the waters for the 24-hour. So I've made a couple of phone calls at different hours of the day just to ask basic questions that I truly wanted to know the answers to. So I'm gonna tell everybody, yes, they're available 24 hours. They are super, super friendly. If you go on to like Google reviews or things like that, you're gonna see probably about 2 weeks ago, there's some negative reviews because there was a wire cut somewhere and so there was service that went down. But outside of that, like everybody is putting on extremely nice reviews about how well your service is. And the ladies that I've spoken to are just super knowledgeable, super friendly. Hey, did you want me to get back to you? Do you have any more? I mean, it's just amazing service. I'm already over impressed and I'm not even there yet.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I know. I appreciate. It's good to hear that. You know, what's nice to hear is, I think. Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, I try. One of our big initiatives is taking care of our customers, and you know, you think. In my mind, I think we have really good service, but to hear it, it's nice to hear that. So, thank you, ma'am. Just 1 second. Yes, ma'am.
I hoping my question's not too complex.
Okay.
So, you know how you have, let's just say 2 computers, and you know how if you Bluetooth connected is so much more faster, right? That's because we have Metro. But then if you just Bluetooth it where you're just trying to catch the signal, it's a little bit slower. So with fiber optic, is that going to still be the issue?
So yeah, great question. When you use your computer,
Doesn't connect like his computer does.
Yeah.
And then mine will buffer sometimes.
yeah,
You know, 'cause it's
your computer will be lightning fast on this.
Huh?
And your computer will be lightning fast, whether you use Bluetooth or not with our internet.
Okay.
And I promise you this, if you guys are using CenturyLink or whoever, if you guys test your internet on the afternoons, you're not getting 300 megs. You just aren't. And you're not even close to 300 megs. So I know that's what people like advertise and stuff, but I mean, I've tested the park and I've talked to the park managers and we've gone around and done the testing. You know, it's one thing to advertise it. It's one thing to advertise or sell it. It's another thing to actually deliver it. Our speed's symmetrical and our speed is good, and you'll notice a significant difference in speed. Yes, sir.
I don't understand what she was saying about the pricing, because when I called the number on the sign when we exit the park, and I talked to someone, they the same prices.
Oh, well, I maybe they got the promo before, timing.
And with CenturyLink, I have 100 meg now with my VPN connected to California most of the time. I got like 85.
Yeah.
So going to 500,
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer for me for $10 more a month.
Yeah. To me it is too, especially as much as we all use our internet. And I'm telling you, the biggest thing is, I don't know who uses Netflix in here, or who uses, Hulu or whatever. Your TV experience is going to be the biggest plus.
Guarantee it.
Yes, sir.
The 1 or 2 or 3 month free promotion, I assume that's only good for the first year.
Correct. It's for the first year. Yes, ma'am.
Are you guys able to handle streaming? Like say I want to stream for fans like that, and will it buffer?
No, the streaming experience is going to be incredible. If anyone games or streams or anything like that, your experience will be incredible in that versus what you're used to right now. Yes, sir.
Right now, I have AT&T internet,
Okay.
and my laptop and my TV are like next to each other. And you're saying that what would it be extra to have the TV included?
So we just don't provide cable service. Who do you use for your cable to get TV service? Do you have
Strictly internet.
Strictly internet. So that's what we are. We're just an internet company. Now I recommend, for me, YouTube TV is the best TV service. It's not even close. They're streaming, but they're also the most expensive. but they're the best.
Oh, wow.
So it all depends on, I like Hulu too. Hulu is YouTube TV's big competitor. I have friends that swear to me Hulu's better than YouTube TV. I'm a YouTube TV guy, but I can tell this gentleman here is a Hulu guy. I think Hulu and YouTube TV are both incredible. They both live in that $80, $85 price point, but I think you get so much for that. If you want a bang for your buck, Sling is very good, and they're more in that $40, $50 range, and they get all the channels. They're just not as good as YouTube or Hulu. But it all depends on what you're looking for with the TV package. But we're just providing the internet. We have a thing called My Bundle TV. I don't love it. And our company owns it. But it's like a golf caddy. If anyone plays golf, it's like a caddy that helps you around the golf course. This helps you for streaming. So you kind of go into My Bundle and you say, hey, I like ESPN. I like watching ABC News. I like watching, whatever, right? And then it'll spit out its recommendation on a streaming platform. So, I like HBO, I like, Cinemax, whatever, and it spits out what they recommend you to buy, and then it spits out a price. So it helps you for the people that aren't familiar with streaming. But if you are familiar with streaming, I think that our internet will give you a vessel to actually enjoy Netflix, actually enjoy Amazon Prime and different things like that. And it'll also enhance your. So, next question. Yes, ma'am.
I don't really understand a lot of this out of my comfort zone, but I use a Roku stick. That's considered streaming, right?
It is.
Okay, so that'll work with it?
Oh, yeah, it'll work great.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
Yes, ma'am. Any other questions? Okay, great. Finally, I'd like to thank you guys. I'm going to stick around here. I know you guys have a presentation. We want to raffle off some free items. Real quick here. We have a $50 credit to raffle, a $100 credit to raffle, and a $150 to raffle. So, and that would go on top of the promo. So whoever wins the $150, you're set up for like 6 months for free or out again. So let's start with the $50 raffle. We'll kind of go lowest to highest here. Do we have the raffle tickets anywhere? Did everyone get a raffle ticket?
We need one over here.
If you haven't got your raffle tickets,
Yes.
I believe it's the blue. Get your raffle tickets. And there's plenty of donuts. Get an extra donut too. Okay, so they're gonna make sure they're giving out the blue tickets right now, but don't throw them away even if you win. They're gonna be used again. So don't throw them away. So if you lost, don't chuck it. Or if you won.
Sir.
Oh,
Did
yes,
everyone
ma'am.
get a blue ticket?
Yeah, this question should be for everybody. I don't know why nobody asks this. I want to ask about security because, like, we have our systems locked out where you can't come in and steal our information.
Yep.
Okay, so with you guys with your internet, because you're not optics, fiber optics, are you able to do that to lock down just? Are we able to lock down just our phone? I mean, our system, our home.
Yeah, great question on the security, right?
Our
So we take security really. It's becoming more and more prevalent of hackers and everything else. We're licensed and bonded up to $10 million, and we take security really serious. Our engineers are working with cybersecurity companies to secure it. Are we bulletproof? No. I mean, anyone that says they are bulletproof is lying. The experienced hackers, they can still get through that, but we've never had an instance where someone's lost personal data or information. So knock on everything I got, we're good so far. But I know I can see overseas bad actors and stuff trying all the time and different things. So I still think there are measures that you have to do internally to help yourself with security, but we're going to do our part as well.
And it's not an open system either. Everyone kind of gets their own dedicated service in their house. So your neighbors aren't sharing your circuit and see your information. It's all private connection for yourself.
Yeah, so whatever you're using now, you can keep for security.
I didn't understand that.
Oh, so every single customer gets their own IP address per se, and then you're on your own private network. So no one's sharing that with you, is what Josh was saying. Okay, are we ready for the drawings? Oh, okay. We'll go with 50. Blue tickets. Okay, we'll go for the $50 credit for the first one. Last four. Okay, the first one is 2340. 2340.
Was it you, Shelley?
2340?
Are you serious?
It's Shelley.
Ah,
Shelley. I just said it.
Is that not a popular pick?
No, he always wins.
He always wins.
He always wins.
This guy needs to go get his lottery ticket tonight.
I wish I was that lucky.
Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the $100 one. So it's better. Okay, this is the $100 one. So it's a little farther off, so you can't win this one, I don't think. 2355.
Hey, that's me.
Look at this. 2355. Look at that.
Based on his questions, I don't think he's gonna get you, is that? Based on his questions,
Hey, he's warming up. I mean, if he doesn't sign up now, right? Okay.
You guys sign up right now.
How long is the ticket, the certificate valid for?
That certificate's valid for 1 month. 1 month. Okay. Okay, last one. $150. $150. Let's go each right. Okay, I'm trying to mix this up good here. This one's kind of close. 2337. Oh, winner! Oh yeah, we got one more question.
There's been 2 or 3 power surges in the park. Did that make any difference?
There's been 2 or 3 power surges in the park. We're backed up on our power, correct?
Yeah, the thing with power surges, it raises havoc with any type of electronics. So if you have a power surge, you may have to reboot the equipment, but as far as like our head in here, it's all backed up by battery.
Okay. Questions are similar to that. When we have, how about when we have a blackout?
A blackout.
Yeah. Well, cities are in better area why blackout is citywide.
Okay, so if you have backup power at your house, you'll still have internet for at least 2 hours until our batteries run out.
Okay, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. After this is all over, come up here and sign up with Kiara and Megan, or you can go to our website. But it's really good to just do it here and get it over with on paper. So, thank you guys very much.
Okay, don't go away. Hello, folks at home. We have tickets still for sale for tomorrow's comedy night and baked potato Excuse me. And then just
Should we wait to come up here and get your prizes and stuff until we're done with what we're doing? It would be appreciated. And keep the conversation down.
Okay, we're giving away 5 tickets for tomorrow's event. It's a comedy show. If any of you don't know about it, corporate is graciously bringing in 2 comedians, and we have a fantastic baked potato bar. All of that for $5. So today I'm gonna give away 5 tickets for tomorrow night.
If you guys already have that.
If you already have bought tickets for the comedy show, give the ticket to a friend. You know, we just encourage the tickets to be used. So, Patrick, draw the first one.
Are these the same blue tickets?
Yeah. So everybody held on to their tickets.
I did too.
Okay.
2, 3. What? 5, 8.
That ticket.
There's the winner.
Okay. I think Alondra has your ticket for you. Okay, next.
It's all 2 3s. 4, 2. 2, 3, 4, 2.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
No.
Really? Really?
Dan? Yeah. Oh, good deal. Okay, next.
Two, 3, 5, 7.
5, 7, 5, 8, and 5, 9.
Okay, we got a winner over there.
Was that 3?
That was 3. Are we doing more?
We're gonna do 5.
5 total. So let's just hang on. Let's keep it quiet. Hey!
Okay. Grab another one. Yell
Grab
out
another
loud.
One of these times I'm gonna pull my own and people are gonna think bad things about me.
Okay, I'll do the next one.
Okay. 23, 60. 6, 0.
No, I got 5, 9, I told you. You go 5, 7, 5, 8, and 60.
That's right, I forgot. I tried to get close. You got a winner? 6, 0. He's a winner. Alondra's got the tickets?
Yep, Alondra has the ticket.
And the last ticket.
This is gonna be you, right?
That's right.
Okay,
What?
never mind.
Okay.
2, 3.
5, 9.
No.
6, 1.
6, 1. Hey, I got you close.
I'm not paying breakfast anymore on Wednesdays.
All right, that's fine. We haven't any prizes.
Actually, I was going to have another Plinko prize this week, but we kind of are running over. So next week, we're gonna do the tickets again, but I'm just gonna pick 2 people, and I've got a $25 Fry's gift card to give away with my Plinko game next week, so. Don't roll your eyes about that.
Hey, I won last week.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're all done with the, I guess we get free stuff, huh?
Yeah, yeah, come up here, just do whatever you like.
So come up, get your crap, and after.
Wait. We have a couple things before we have the board meeting.
What?
We have a couple things. We have 50-50 and then we have something else.
Well, the 50-50, we're not doing that. We do the board meeting, then we do 50-50.
But I have something.
Okay.
When do you want to get a
Who said that? The man that always wins.
Hey.
I'm gonna do a poll.
Could we have some silence and some respect for the speaker, please? I shouldn't have to say that multiple times. You're all adults here.
I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a poll. You know, in 2 times a year, we usually have the yard sale. When we had the one in the spring, I mean, the gates were open at 7, and nobody came until after 8, and then a couple people came in and trickled through. So we are thinking about in November, I think it's around the 15th of the month, instead of having the yard sale, if we have a holiday bazaar sale, and we have the tables here set up, people in the park, if they have crafts, or if they're bakers, or they want to even bring some of their items from home, their smaller items, they can have a table, and we'll have everything set up in one general location. One general location, so that the people that come in to buy are not driving through the park and looking for people. It's something we're thinking about. We're trying to get an idea if anybody would be interested in it. And if you are, trying to give you a little bit of a heads up, because if you're making crafts or you're doing stuff, then you can start planning for this November 15th holiday bazaar. So just kind of think about it. We'll be presenting it again the first of the month. We'll have a sign-up sheet. We'll have a sign-up sheet so we can see how many people we get interested in it. If there's not a lot, we're also thinking about bringing outside vendors in and charging them money for the tables. We won't be charging any residents money for a table, but we would be charging an outside vendor if they came in and sold their stuff at the holiday bazaar. So just kind of something we're throwing out there, seeing if anybody's interested in it. That's it.
Okay, now I guess we're gonna have our association meeting. But there's multiple meetings going on already, so.
Can people stop coming up here?
Yeah, I've already asked them, but that's.
Could you please wait to get your freebies when we are completed? Please.
Or should we get the freebies and then do it?
Okay.
Okay, so we'll have the association meeting. Now, so we'll be quiet now. If you guys want to have a conversation, maybe you can take it outside, please. Marvin, could we take it outside and have your get some questions? I have some questions for him too, so don't leave that.
So at the end, if you guys want to meet me down there, I'll take all answers.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Well, we're gonna have our association meeting. I want to thank Airebeam here for the donuts. Postal donuts, really good. And so we'll start with Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, flags back there.
Stand up, Pledge of Allegiance.
What?
We're gonna do it after.
And then once we're ready to have
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the next, Allison, do you have the minutes from the last meeting, which would be April? We didn't have one in May because none of us were here. No? I can't hear.
She didn't, she didn't look for them.
What?
She was gonna look for them, she didn't need it.
Okay, we're gonna waive the meeting. Does anybody want to have a meeting here, or do we want to have a conversation? Because I'm not gonna ask you again. If you want to talk, go outside. Show me a little respect. Thank you. Sorry, I'm getting a little pissed off. So now we'll hear the treasurer. Maybe we should just cancel this. You guys are
Quiet! If you want to talk, go outside. Some of us would like to hear the treasurer's report. Oh, thank you. Roger, we're trying to hold a meeting. Yes, people not. I know what you're doing. What's up?
The people will stay here till after the meeting. So if you have questions for them, if you want to get your coffee cups and koozies and stuff, do it then. But either that, or we're not going to have any more association meetings because nobody seems to be interested in them. And if you're not, that's fine. I don't need to spend my time up here. So, I mean, half the people left anyway. All right, let's hear the treasurer's report.
All right, in our checking account, currently we have $3,388.87. $3,388.87. I do have $288 to deposit, so with that it'd be $36.76.87. Now, we're not making much money because we don't have anything going on. Breakfast and the pop machine are the only two incomes, well, and 50/50 are the only incomes that we have. So hopefully, once we get back into the season, we can get more and more, we can do more. So, any questions?
No questions, okay. Moving right along. Well, we'll have old business. Anybody have any old business they want to bring up? And when I say old business, that has to do with the association, not with the park. If everybody will glance out to the northeast and northwest here, or northeast. We have a nice colored pool. They're working on it. Apparently, SRP or city came out, found out that the fuses that we got were the wrong ones, so now they have to get new fuses. Because we got the ones they told us to get, but then they said, no, that's not right. So it's gonna be a couple of weeks. Yes, ma'am.
I have an issue with dog food.
Yeah, I can't.
With dog food.
Dog food.
Dog food?
Food.
Shit. Dog poop, yes. We have a lot of that.
Yeah. In my backyard, I walk there to tend my cactus, and every time, it's wrong food, it stinks.
Yeah.
It does, and every time I go out.
I understand. I walk out my dog at least twice a day, and I walk along and I just see some poop just sitting in the street. Some dog just dropped it, and the owner, it's not the dog's fault. It's the owner's fault. You're a bad owner if you're not cleaning up after your dog. If you can't clean up after your dog, don't have a dog. I understand it's hard to bend over and pick that stuff up. They have those little grabbers, or they have little things you put your pooper scoopers. Get something.
I don't know where it's coming from. I can't visually.
Well, now the other day I was out walking the dog and there was a big ass coyote in the street. It could have been him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen one in the park.
Oh, it was right at the corner. I was walking the dog up, but it was standing at the corner of M and O. And then as I walked up, I said, "Hey, get out of here!" And it walked over into Bill's Hathaway's carport. I thought it, left.
They walk down the street.
And I got up to it, and it was still sitting in the driveway, right behind his car. And I yelled at it again, and it looked at me like I was nuts, and I looked at my dog like breakfast, and started to walk towards my dog. So we had a little conversation, and the coyote went behind the car, and then it chased Jan down the street, or Cheryl down the street. Anyway, we have dogs. There are coyotes in the park. We have cats in the park. It could be the cats.
Got rabbits?
Rabbits. We had a lot of rabbits. Owls. Owls? You have more? Okay, she's got more. Let's go.
I'm also having an issue with scorpions.
Scorpions?
Yeah, I was waiting
Yeah.
for my shed, and Big Daddy Scorpion was in there.
Yeah.
On the ground and bucket.
Get an exterminator. That's or talk. It's not the park's problem. It's.
Do you have to get a certain exterminator or any?
Well, the exterminator should tell you whether or not they're going to take care of the scorpions. You can tell them, "Hey, I got a scorpion problem." They will bring the proper scorpion, whatever.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything they want to bring up for the good of the association? Okay. One thing we do have for new business. It's June already. Actually, it's mid-June, getting into late June. In October, we will have elections again. Not for me, unfortunately. You're stuck for another year. I'm stuck for another year. But we do have vice president is up for election, and the secretary is up for election. And so start thinking about, you want to be involved? The secretary's job is they basically take the notes at the meetings and stuff and present the meeting notes for the next one. Vice president really has no assigned duties, just does things as needed. And she's needed for a lot.
But it is a lot of fun, and you get a chance to get involved in what the park's doing and why it's doing it, and you understand a little bit more about what's going on. And anyway, think about whether you want to do it or somebody you really want to nominate. Yes?
Patrick, on the secretary's job, just make sure that they understand if somebody's gonna run for it, that the most important part of that job is to be at the board meetings and any of our special meetings, because we need the minutes and so forth. There are times when we're gonna have events where they can be dismissed from it, but the most important thing is that they'll be able to be at our board meetings to take our minutes and so forth.
Right, it's a commitment. But again, life happens. You got vacations, you want to go visit the grandkids, not a problem. We'll cover you for that. But for the most part,
Just to add to that, you need to be able to have a computer and type
yeah.
stuff too. Be somewhat literate.
Speaking of computers, there's been some question about the computers in the library. The computers are up and running. They were always up and running, but unfortunately, because of our previously purloined computers, we've had to lock these away, so you can't actually get to the computer itself. So when you shut the computer down on the keyboard, you can't turn it back on. There's no way to get to the computer.
So leave them on.
So just leave them on, do your thing, and then leave it the way you had it. Just leave the monitors on, everything. On the left side of the monitors, there's USB ports, so if you have a little dongle, people want thumb drive to stick in there to do some work on Word or Excel or whatever, use those, it works just fine. And the printer's now set up.
Oh, yay, thank you.
So hopefully it's all gonna be fine.
Is there paper there? Or
Did he put a sign, that's to turn them off?
He did not.
There is.
Yeah, just remember not, Peter's supposed to put a sign up there to how to properly walk away from the computer.
Okay.
So yes.
On the gym equipment, any news on getting it fixed?
This is the association meeting.
That's a park issue.
That's a park issue. Talk to Peter. I don't know unless you know. He wants to know about the gym equipment. It's apparently broken.
We weren't aware. What machine is the one that's broken?
One that's pulled down the wire.
Okay, I'll put a sign on it and then we'll call for them to come out and repair it.
Sorry.
And just as a matter of, if you see something that's broken in the park, something that's not right for the park, go to Peter. Putting it on Facebook does nothing. Peter does read it, but he's just. But if you go in and file a complaint, go in and say, hey, look, this is not working, Peter will take care of it, hopefully. Yes?
Okay, so, from my understanding, Ms. Kim said that it's like our area alone, where we live at. There's a backup of gas that comes out.
Of what?
Gas.
Okay, and that has to, the association does stuff like dinners and parties and stuff.
You need to go.
So you need to go, it's a park issue, go to the park. There's a difference, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate between what we do and what the park does, because so much of what we do is joint. But if it's a physical issue with the plant, the pool, the equipment, gas leaks, sewer smells, whatever it is, the park is your answer, because we can't help you. Anything else? Okay, we want to talk about things coming up? We had horse racing last night. Everybody that comes says it's fun, but we need more people to come.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you have a racing form so we could find out?
Yeah, we're gonna start printing up racing. Yeah, we're gonna, like number 5, 20 times in the last 5 weeks, and how many firsts and thirds, and number 6, we're gonna name him Cobblestone because he's so slow. Let's see, things coming up. I don't have my phone, so I can't tell you.
We have tickets for the
Comedy night tomorrow.
comedy night. I've got tickets still.
Tomorrow night, the 2 guys, they're professional comedians. They've done work all over the valley, and I think Laughlin and some other places. Should be fun. What else you got to do on a Saturday night? Get a baked potato and karaoke. What's the problem?
What time is it?
What?
What time is the comedy show?
So dinner starts at 5:30. You get your and comedians start at 6.
Thank you.
She's got tickets, $5. Tuesday is nothing. Tuesday's nothing. We had movie night last week. So next week's gonna be pretty slow. I got nothing else.
Let's see, and then we go to the 1st of July, that's all.
First, that's next week is, so. And then next Friday's Coffee and Donuts as usual, and without any of this stuff. And now we're gonna do 50-50.
There's $32.
$32. And Shelley can't win, he already won today.
Okay, I want like one of these girls to get it.
There we go.
Well, that was boring.
Oh, yeah, that's the last one.
Last four.
9, 3, 4, 7 is the last four. What's mine?
Yeah. Trying to call you.
I don't know what the. So I sent a reply, said, who is this? What are you talking about? Who do you think you're talking to?
Oh, maybe it's my president's message.
That's what I'm, but
And with that, we call it a round. Nobody motioned, nobody seconded.
they had to no.
I write a thing on the website. I'm not gonna put it in.
All right, buddy.
I think if they last association information,
What?
they want, so they